So here's the part we're making in this project, right? And we're going to determine the surface area. So let's get started. I'm going to make a new document, right? And I'm going to make sure I'm in inches here, right? Because everything's going to be measured in inches. So the first thing is I'm going to make that triangular piece. I'm going to use the front surface for the triangular piece, and I'm going to make a line uh, on the x-axis, which is going to be 3 inches. Now, I like to make that line centered, right? So one way to do it is I'm going to put at the midpoint so that's the midpoint, and then I'm going to coincident that with this. So 2 points. So if I get that point, and I should be able to get this point right there, and it's good. So that's centered. And then the next thing I do have, so that's 3, right? And the other thing that I'm going to do is make an isosceles triangle here. So that'll be a height of 3.5. So I'm going to make a line straight up, 3.5. Let's move this over. And this is a construction line, right? And then I should be able to connect this, right? So connect this here, but I want that to be a solid line. So it's connected, and so that's my triangular piece, and I'm going to extrude it by 3. So I'm going to make it symmetrical. Where is that? Right here, symmetrical, and I'm going to make it 3. So that's my triangular piece. Okay, the next thing I want to make is this rectangular piece that goes through. That's the base, right? So I'm going to make a new sketch, and I'm going to use the top plane, right? The top plane. And it's going to be a rectangle, center point rectangle. And it's right here. And this is, which one I have? This is 8 by 2. So it's nicely centered. And I'm going to extrude that by 1.5. So 1.5, let me show is in the right direction. Yeah, 1.5. So here it is. We got this so far. So I think the next thing to handle, I'm going to handle these circular cutouts, right? So I'm going to take this one over here, the circular cutout. So that's going to be on this surface. So I'm going to make a new sketch. I'm going to use this surface, press N, right? And I'm going to promote these lines from the other sketch, right? Because I want to center this circle. So I'm going to project this line into this uh, sketch, you see. And now I'm going to, since I want to center this, I'm going to use the midpoint, right? So I'm going to go from here. So from here to the midpoint, and it's going to tell me that I'm at the midpoint right there. And then I'm going to get the other midpoint. So that's a little bit of mathematics you might remember from geometry, right? So right there. And of course, this one is going to be right in the middle. So they all meet. All the midpoints to the other side do meet at one point. Okay, I can make my circle now. So this is a center point circle. It should be right there. I think, okay, so, and this is going to be 1. So I have my circle, and now I'm going to extrude it, but I'm going to remove. So I guess I'll take these pieces, all these pieces, and I'm going to say remove. Should be through all. So that is that, right? Took care of that. Okay, so the next thing to add or to remove is these other circular pieces. So I'm going to use these surfaces, right? So I'm going to make a new sketch. Here it is. I think the surface, yeah, press N. And I'm going to make a circle. It's again a circle, 1 inch, I guess, diameter. But I do want to, okay, I'll make the circle first. So center point now, it's going to be in the center. So if I go in this line, it kind of helps me here. I'm sure to be sure I'm in the middle. So one. The other thing is I need to be a distance of one from this line. So I need to promote this line, right? So promote that line, and then I'm going to measure from here to the center. It should be one. Okay, and now I'm going to reflect this, right? On the other side, I'm going to reflect. Where is that? I think it might be somewhere over here. Okay, I think I found it right here, right? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to mirror. So it wants a line of reflection here, and then it wants, what do you want to mirror? So there it is right across. So I'm done with that, and I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to select these to remove. So I'm going to remove through all. So it should say through all. And then this one, and I think I'm done here for those two. So the next piece is this little cutout over here. You see this little cutout at the top. So I'm going to make a new sketch. I'm select this surface, press N, and just reorient that a little bit. So that's it. And I guess this is good. So I'm going to make a rectangle, 1 by 1 inch, right? So I think it's a corner rectangle. So, but I need to promote that line. I don't know. I'm going to just click on this line, promote it, and then corner rectangle. So here it is. One, enter one. But again, I want that to be centered. So I'm going to use the same procedure. I'm going to find the midpoint here. I could also measure, besides the midpoint, I could also do this. I could measure and just say this distance between these two should be zero 0.5, right? So that should take care of that also. There it is. So now I need to cut this out. So I'm going to go to extrude. I'm going to select this, and I'm going to say remove. Now, the interesting part of this, what it does, it removes, but it uses the normal of the plane. You see, so it's angled down because the normal of the plane is at an angle. See? So the thing is, what we need to do is select a direction. So if I go to direction, and last time if I clicked on the bottom plane, it went down. Okay, so that's not the one. So let's take it off. Okay, maybe this one in that direction. No, this was a little tricky. I'll have to play around with this. Let me see. Oh, okay. Let me see. So it didn't use the front plane. Uh, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it again. Okay. So this was the line. This is the good line right here for the direction, right? So I think when I use this, you see, so it went straight through in the x-axis, right? So it's not using the normal, it's using the x-axis. So that was the one. So that's it, for this part. And the next part is I want to see if you can add something of your own, to this figure. Okay, so here's the challenge. The one last part for you that I'd like you to try is I like you to take, let's see if I can get around here. I'd like you to put an equilateral triangle right here in the center, right? So this is the center of this rectangle, and this is equilateral triangle, and it has all sides 8, point 0.8, point 0.8, and point 0.8. And then you extrude all the way through, remove everything all the way through. So, so this is the idea here, is that you have a triangle here, and it's at the center, and it's equilateral, and these are some dimensions that we have. So I'm going to leave that to you.